Does the process know we're trusting it? Does the process know we're trusting?
Hi, welcome back to This African Perspective. We're going to be checking out videos about the cost of living and the economy as a whole. Rants about the daily experience for us, more regular people, navigating how expensive things are, how much they cost so much. Before we get right into this video, I want to give a very big shout out to Charles for sending me a $2 super thanks. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support for the channel. Please make sure you click the like button. It helps with the algorithm and I appreciate that so much. Let's get right into this video.
It just hit me. It really just hit me. It really just hit me. Everything is so expensive. Gas is expensive. Nobody's paying livable wages. Rent is expensive. You have to pay for every single thing. My electric company charged me a fee for giving me a notice. They charged me a fee for sending me an email. I asked, I said, is this a late fee? They said, no, it's a notice fee. How do you charge me for sending an email? I can't. I can't. All these jobs and nobody's hiring. Nobody's hiring. I'm getting my 3rd degree right now. And I work in retail.
Y'all ever be pre-broke, like you ain't got paid yet, but you can see your pay stub and you can see the bills that's supposed to come out, and the math ain't mathing in that song, bitch, huh? Like, you guys sit here and start figuring shit out. Like, all right, the water definitely can go to the next payday. The cable, yeah, they can ride. Lights, I already got a payment plan on that hoe. I gotta pay it. My insurance, I don't know. I'm just not gonna pay it and see what it say the extension date is. You know what I'm saying? Because when you don't pay it, they give you a date to pay by before they gonna cut that something off. Yeah, then I can decide whether or not we can skip that one or not. But then you gotta also stop and be careful though. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, because the next payday gonna be rent. So you can't be adding too much to that one. The loan shark lady, you know, I done put her off last payday, so you gotta go ahead and get her taken care of, because they finna come over there with the cutters and start cutting fingers off and shit. They don't be playing with they shit. But yeah, pre-broke. That's whenever you when you already can see that you already broke and you ain't even got paid yet. That's that bullshit. There I go.
I can't be the only one who this is happening to. Like, literally paying a $100 subscription fee for basic human existence. Netflix, $15. But basic human existence to walk outside my door, $100. Gas? Yep, Dar knows you're paying over $50. Groceries? If I pay $100, I'd be absolutely thrilled. Meeting friends for dinner? Drinks? $100, that'd be actually nice. I feel like I'm in a toxic relationship with my bank account and everyone keeps constantly ghosting me. And nobody's talking about how these companies are doing these quiet layoffs. Like, I literally see people that have to go in and be like, oh, congratulations on surviving the layoffs. Your reward is Sarah and Mike's workload. What's even crazier is that I work in AI. And let me be your warning from the future. Like, things are about to get crazy. Like, these companies aren't building helpful robots. Like, they're building $5,000 a month software that's coming for middle-class jobs. Like, while executives are getting these bonuses for, quote, innovation. And then society has the audacity to ask Gen Z, well, why aren't you moving out? Because they need a whole freaking sorority to afford rent. They're applying to 300 jobs, getting automated rejection emails from companies that want more than 5 years experience for freaking entry level. Like, what are you supposed to do? Live with your parents till you're 30? And then don't even get me started on everyone asking millennials, like, when are you having kids? Like, with what money for people? Like, in this economy, like, you want millennials to create a whole human when people are doing math in the grocery aisle to see if they can afford both avocados and electricity this month? Like, in what world? In what world? And the wild part that I'm seeing is that people are so stressed and so broke because they can't even afford to hang out with real humans anymore. So everyone's stuck scrolling on their phones, getting depressed, while billionaires are having a midlife crisis in space. It's just wild to watch. Stay tuned, because I actually do have some ideas, and I think how we can fix this mess. It's going to take some radical ideas, some regenerative capitalism, but like, we got to do this stuff together, because right now this is not working, and I feel like there's going to be a major system revolt, and that will not be pretty for anybody involved.
How is this happening? How is this the world that I live in now? I truly feel stuck. I feel frozen. I want to do something, but there's nothing I can do. This is not the world I wanted to grow up and grow old in. This is not the world I wanted to meet a partner with and raise a family with. This is not the world I wanted to bring children into and teach them all of the goodness. It's not there anymore. There is no goodness left in the world. Everyone is just greedy. What happened to caring? What happened to passion? What happened to putting your soul into things that are important? Things like art and nature and life and love. Where did it go?
You cannot financial literacy your way out of poverty, and I really wish y'all would stop acting like you can. If the ends don't meet, the ends don't meet. What y'all are doing is putting the onus of a predatory cyclical system on the victims of said system. Because when you really think about it, people who have less to spend have to be more vigilant about how they spend it. You thinking that people lack financial literacy because they prioritize joy one time, prioritize feeling important or confident one time, is absolutely insane. And I don't think that y'all realize how much you're perpetuating negative stereotypes of poverty. The way that y'all are making it seem like poverty is just thrust upon people and people do nothing to get out of it, as opposed to it is cyclical, it is on purpose, it is fucking expensive to be poor. It is fucking illegal a lot of times to be poor when you really look at the laws and how they function. Y'all want to feel better by holding these financial literacy classes, by trying to teach people financial literacy, as if that's gonna make them make more money. Like, are y'all really serious? Y'all cannot sit here and be like, oh, we need to fight for better wages for me. But then poor people, oh, that shit is their fault. Like, come on. Y'all really need to stop the shit. You cannot financial literacy your way out of poverty, and I really wish y'all would stop fucking acting like you can.
Go back to this creator's page and watch her video. But yes, this 100% all day, forever. You cannot financial literacy your way out of poverty. You have to have shoulders to stand on. And the amount of people that are incapable of seeing the shoulders that they have stood on in order to get where they are is stupid. I fundamentally believe the worst offenders in this space are liberal-minded white women. I have a story. I was at the house one time. I had a roommate, and his girlfriend is talking about, you know, how bad things are and how people are struggling and how expensive everything is. And I'm trying to explain, it's like, you know, really, it's like you just can't, no matter what you do, for some people, you can't get forward. And she's like, yeah, and the real issue is that people don't have any financial literacy, so they're always making bad decisions. And I kid you not, I saw red, and I said, you need to shut the f up because you're talking out of your. I was like, you have two parents, you own your condo because your parents put a down payment on it, your parents paid for you to go to college. You didn't financial literacy yourself into being a stable and well-supported and well-funded member of society. You did that by happenstance. And you don't get to just sit here completely ignoring the shoulders and the steps that you were able to climb, that you had access to, while telling other people that the only reason they didn't get ahead is because they lacked financial literacy. Someone being taken advantage of and being dealt with, you know, predatory, you know, workplace nonsense and predatory spending and predatory loans. Like, it's not that they're not smart enough. Most people know that the things that they're dealing with are predatory. They literally don't have another option. The poor person goes out and gets the nonsense 20% car loan because they have to have a working vehicle so they can afford that $350 or $400 a month. They can't afford to not get to work for the next 6 months while they save up enough money to pay for something. Let's forget the fact that there are no $3,000 and $4,000 decent cars anymore. Poor people are constantly paying for the right to just exist week to week. Poor people don't own homes because they are spending money on iPhones. They don't own homes because 25% of single-family homes are owned by investment banking organizations, and they've artificially inflated the price because they are trying to treat things that should be accessible human rights as commodities, and they're turning them into privileges for the wealthy. So no, like, I get really passionate about this, and I could talk about this for way too long, but 100%, you cannot financial literacy your way out of I get so mad.
Advice from the past doesn't work in this technological age. It's like y'all tell people to live on less, live below your means. How do you live below your means? When grocery go up every day, literally. It's not like the price changes over 6 months. This is every day that groceries go up. And then y'all tell people to find extra time to start their own business. Some people are working 12, 16 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week. You still need to sleep. You still need rest. Our bodies can only take so much. And then y'all talk all this LLC and entrepreneur shit when a lot of times the barrier to entry or upfront costs for these things, people, how are you going to pay for this stuff when you only got $50 left after your essential bills, trying to keep a roof over your head, hoping your car doesn't break down on top of the payment that you already make on it that has some astronomical interest rate anyway. But, you know, everybody doesn't live somewhere where they can catch public transportation. It's like y'all have all this advice and it sounds really good. But when you get to talking to people, it's just like, I don't know. Yes, we need more than one income. How are people going to go about it? That looks different than it used to look. And it trips me out that y'all try to talk down on people who become content creators as a source of income, because it's like there's really no other place where you can live your regular life and get income afterward. So it's just like, yeah, the old advice, it doesn't work. And then y'all try to make it seem like, well, people are just stupid and they don't understand. Or here's my favorite, oh, they're just lazy. How is somebody lazy working 12 hours a day? At one point, I had 18-hour days when I was going to school and work and still doing shit on the side, trying to bring in money, and my money was still short. So it's just like, are you listening to yourselves? Can we be honest about what we're actually living under? And I don't have all the answers, but I do know the advice that's given, a lot of it is, you know, you're just pissing people off or offending them or making people feel low, because there are people who are doing the best they can every fucking day and it's not enough. And that's something that you're not prepared for when it comes to adulthood, because most of us, when we were children, they made it seem like if you do your best, you would get the best results. But see, they didn't calculate in capitalism when they were teaching you that fucking lesson.
Am I the only one who don't see, I don't see my future anymore. I don't even see the future of this country, America. Like, for one, everything is getting replaced by AI, and I feel like this is not getting talked about enough. Like, what jobs are we actually supposed to have in the future? Like, how are we supposed to raise our families? Y'all want more babies, but how are we supposed to raise them? Like, the news is just buzzing lately, and there's always this constant threat of attacks. I live in New York City, so it's scary out here. Like, I leave my house and I'm just like, is this the last time? And I'm really thinking to myself, like, what am I working towards? And I don't have an answer anymore. I used to. Maybe I need to leave the country and start anew. I don't know. I don't know if that's being dramatic. I can't even afford that, but maybe when I can. I don't.
Hey, so can like eggs be cheaper? And like if I break my leg, it doesn't cost another leg to fix it? Can we get that? Did you say kick immigrant children out of schools? Who said that? We just want a couple of things free in the land of the free. Okay, if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying if they're Mexican, they Mexican stay here. Is that what I'm gathering?
Is he serious?
No! We just want a couple of things to change. Don't worry, we already changed it to the Gulf of America, and now we're gonna make everybody say May 5th from now on.
Oh my God, who cares about that?
When I think about it, I'm not poor, but I live paycheck to paycheck. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I have money, but not, like, enough. You know what I mean? Because by the time I do have money, it's the next bill. It's the next month. And I have to pay my bills. So, I'm low-key poor. I don't know. Whatever.
I am seriously starting to feel like it's just about impossible to live in the United States. And, you know, I don't want to seem like a lazy bum when I seen this, but I truly feel like it's just about impossible. If you weren't raised and given a good first hand in life, or a support team who will make sure no matter what that you don't fail, or, you know, having people that you're able to fall back on, you're blessed. And if you are one of those people, I highly suggest you thank those people near you, because a lot of us aren't blessed like that. I'm a 23-year-old dad. I've got 2 kids. I've got about to be a 5-year-old in May, and I've got a newborn too. She's just a few weeks old, like 3 weeks. So my wife gets to stay at home and take care of the babies, and I'm out here trying to get it. I'm on my 3rd shift job now. I'm a security officer for Allied Universal. No, I don't represent the company in any way, shape, form, or fashion. This is just a job. I am not a part of this company. But, you know, and I work here from 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. every single day, 8-hour shift. I get off of this 3rd shift job and I go directly into another job, which I just go around my city, finding side jobs. It might be a clean out one day and I go out there for another 5, 6, 7 hours. It might be landscaping another day. It might be painting one day. It could be, you know, it varies. I do what I can where I can. But therein, I go home and I have to stay up even longer to make sure that my lady is able to get her rest too, because, I mean, being a mom's a hard job. Yes, I'm working hard, but being a mom is a hard mental job as well in its own. So I have to stay up for a little bit in order to give her time to actually rest and get her sleep too, because she needs it. But I say that to say all this, you know, having people to fall back on. Let's say you're going down the road and, like my case, my heater core blows up. I don't have no one I can call to say, hey, can I borrow $400 so I can get my heater core replaced? Or, you know, you got $300-400 so I can get new tires on my vehicle. That is just something you have to figure out on your own. And if somebody with terrible credit, you can't just go get a loan for these things. The only loan you could get is a title loan. And in a lot of states, title loans are illegal for a reason. I'm stuck in this title loan, having to pay them back $4,300, but I have to pay $700 a month just to drive. That doesn't go toward my principal, on top of having to pay my rent and all the other bills just to survive. It's impossible. You know, I would never hurt or harm myself in any way, but sometimes I just wonder why. Why am I here? I mean, there's got to be a reason why, like, life is so hard for me. What if it's not meant for me? This shit drives a lot of people to anger, man, and I understand. I truly do. You know, people say maybe these next 4 years. No, this is literally impossible. There is nothing no president is able to do to save people from what we are having to go through. Housing at an all-time high. You know, you could go to another country and you can have the same homes here for 1/10 of the price that we're paying per month. Food the same exact way. And I just feel like it's impossible. If I was a drug addict, if I was a piece of shit dad, I could have so much more help. But with me out here trying to do everything the right way, you know, and nothing's working, nothing's helping. Life absolutely sucks right now. It truly sucks. And there's no way to get out of it than to continue to dig myself into working and trying to come up out of this hole that seems impossible to come out of. You know, sorry for the rant. I'm not usually the ranting type. I'm just tired. I'm sick and fucking tired of having to live the way that we have to live just to survive, because it's nonsense. It truly is. I mean, I try my absolute hardest and I'm not getting anywhere. A lot of you are able to fall back on TikTok. I can't fall back on TikTok. Every time I try to get a video to blow up, it never does. And I'm not going against any standards. There's people doing way worse shit than me and they're getting way more views and everything. But yet whenever I want views, I have to pay for them. Not me. I don't have that extra funding. You know, and then you pay for it, and then there's no guarantee that you have those same people coming right back. You pay for the views, and then afterwards you're back in a 200 view jail. And that's it. TikTok's fucking stupid when it comes to income too. I don't know. I wish I can catch that big break. I wish I could get back to a life of, you know, damn, we paid our rent, power, water, Wi-Fi, and insurance. That's our bills for the month, you know, and we can afford that. Talking about saving money and being able to invest in land and a whole bunch of other stuff. It seems impossible. So, you know, if you have that support team and you have a whole group of people that are there for you to make sure that you don't fall, be thankful for them, because there's a lot of us up here that one slip one fuck up, one missed day out of work will cause us to lose our home, our vehicle, and to end up being on the streets. DSS is no help. CPS is no help. They won't help you until you're actually living on the streets. And once you are, they take your kids because you're an unfit parent. There's no help. You can't call these resource centers and everything like that. You can't depend on food banks for food because a lot of these food banks give you rotten meats and shit. It's just hard. It's just hard. Y'all let me know if y'all go through the same things on a daily basis, or am I just an irresponsible piece of shit? Because I don't feel like I am.
Nobody rushes more than poor people, and it's simply because poor people trade all of their time for money. When you are poor, you will rush. You will find yourself in survival mode at one point or another. You will find yourself in a state of fight or flight. It's simply because when you are poor, it's like a dog eat dog world. It's very, very tough on your nervous system. It can create disease. And then you start to think, okay, worst case scenario. And then you start thinking that everything is expensive, because it is expensive to you, because you're trading the most valuable thing, which is your time, for money. So you're going to take an account of every dollar, and then you look up and you realize you haven't even lived life. You were just existing, all because you were poor. You need money. It's just that simple. I'm not even about to sit up here and sugarcoat. You need money. But in the meantime, on the way to it, while you're attracting it, you need to be regulating your nervous system. That's what's going to attract the money. You have to be open and ready to receive. But if you're in a constant state of fear, rush, it's going to be very hard to let it in, no matter your circumstances. No excuses. Life happens. Everybody you know, you don't know what I'm going through. Everybody you know has a story. But you can change your life if you are poor.
Y'all know them people at work, the ones that miss like 2 days a week like it ain't shit? How the you do that? Because if I go missing 2 days a week, we gonna go hungry, we gonna go homeless, or on Facebook, all them that you went to school with that don't even fucking work or nothing, and they just be on vacation all the time. Like, how the fuck your broke ass made it to another fucking state? Who? You ain't even got a car. How the fuck is you in Florida at the beach? Like, what are y'all doing out there? Like, what am I up on right now? Because it seems like the people that got no money be doing the mostest, and I'm the people that be working, we just working to survive, and I'm not understanding that. Like, should I stop working? Is that the key to the answer? Like, should I just stop working? Because it seems like the more I work, the broker I be. But the people that I be watching that don't be working, they just be living their best lives on the beach and shit in different places. I'm genuinely confused. Like, how the fuck does that work? Somebody let me in on the secret. Is that a secret I'm missing?
So some of the comments that I saw that were really funny were, someone says, I'm old school, my bills are written down on the calendar. I know exactly when I'm gonna be broke. It's on schedule, and it's just funny because you're broke on the schedule. Like, and then there's a comment who says, ain't no such thing as payday, it's just money exchange day, because every other person gets the paycheck but you. Like, the pay day, it's really for other companies like water company, electricity, all of them. They just take it all. And then another comment that says, I can't even afford to go to a different state of mind. That's for those people who actually go on vacations and just take days off of work. You've made it to the very end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end. I really appreciate you. Please don't forget to click the like button. It helps with the algorithm, and I appreciate that so much. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're watching me for the very first time. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I would love to see what you think about this video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.